Hey everyone, welcome. This is Shed Show Talk and I'm Paul, and 2019 is here. It's the 2nd of January. Happy New Year. I hope this year brings you the best of luck in your lives. What does 2019 mean for Shed Show Talk? Well, we're going to be making the transition from the little UFO channel that you guys followed from early on. Now 24,000 of you watching our videos, subscribing and waiting for us to release new content. That's extremely exciting for us, and we're not going to be letting you down this year. In 8 days time, we're going to be releasing our new documentary, which will answer what this UFO phenomena is and why are they visiting us, and what does that mean for mankind and our future. You're going to be getting a preview of that today in this video, the first 2 minutes of our brand new documentary, so don't miss out on that. But what have we got in store? There has been some amazing sightings from around the world, and we're going to start with this sighting that you can see on your screen right now from Ontario, from Richmond, Ontario in Canada. Have a look at that blue light. Lots of interesting stuff to be said about this. Let's take a look. So this report came in from Tibor, and his mom and brother saw this sighting. They didn't want to be named, but they called him. He's an active MUFON member, and during the sighting he told them to get some photos and video with their cell phone, and this was seen by both of them for over an hour. It was from the 5th floor of their condo. They saw a very bright light hovering, or a stationary light, over the treetops. And this was seen again just out of their living room sliding door. It must have been seen by so many people. Look at the size of this thing right here. It was a bright red beam that came from underneath this object that they witnessed when they realized that this wasn't any ordinary light in the sky. His brother sent him the photos and the video that he made. The next day, this gentleman went out to investigate what it was that they'd seen. Look at this. Here's the video footage of this bizarre light. One thing that struck me about this video is their camera, and you can see these two other lights down here that it's zooming in, and then this other thing which is in the distance. Now, strangely enough, there is an observatory that is in this area right here, and you would want to keep lights away from observatories. And my first thought was, were they doing some work overnight on the telescope? Well, it doesn't appear that that's the case, because again, they saw this beam of light that it came from the bottom of this craft. What do you guys think this is? I mean, the video really does say it all, and here's the area that they believe whatever this UFO was spotted. Let's have a quick listen to what he's saying here in the video.
And no bright lights are allowed here. And it was seen somewhere above the treetops in this area. I know there's a construction site nearby where they're building a bunch of houses. I'm going to see if they have any temporary construction lights. Okay, that's the condo where the bright light was seen, and this is relatively close to the condo, and these are the only big bright lights I can find. And it's a baseball diamond, and all these lights are pretty well shining down and not up. But going by the condo here, these lights were seen further on my left and much further away than this baseball diamond here. Okay, this is the construction site where we're going to continue the investigation. Above those treetops is where this bright light...
Ultimately, he doesn't find anything that would have created that light in the sky. And what's more interesting is, of course, the beam of light that they saw shooting from this craft, from it, all the way down to the ground, as if it was some kind of ray. And clearly you can see here that Tibor is trying to get to the bottom of it, trying to discount maybe some factors that would have created this light with the glow that you can see on the horizon. But I don't think anything that he found would have answered the question to what this sighting was. A great report. Rarely do we see UFO reports with a daytime investigation of the area. And of course, if that was a baseball field, it wouldn't glow up as one light. He said there wasn't a match on that day. A really interesting sighting. You can actually watch his full video over at MUFON, and the case number is 96701. I did write to Tibor to see if he would get in contact with us and maybe describe to us a little bit more of what this sighting can be. Alright, have a look at this thing. This guy was walking his dog and noticed a strange red light in the sky, and then noticed that it was actually attached to a large triangle. He had his phone out and he filmed the whole event. He said it was a massive triangle-shaped craft, and at first he thought it was a group of planes, but quickly dismissed that. The object was huge, he says, and was blocking out the stars as it passed, and there was no sound. Let's have a listen to what he's saying here in the video.
Holy shit. Alright, it's like right above me now. Oh my god, dude, it's absolutely huge. I would say it's, oh, I gotta adjust myself. It's directly above me now. Oh my god.
Look at this thing. It's like the Phoenix lights all over again. Just directly above him, a slow moving triangle with these lights on it that are just flashing. And although we can't see it in the video, he's saying that this whole area where you can see these lights flashing right here as it's going past the stars is just occluding everything, as if it's one giant craft. And I've tried to enhance this and zoom in on it as much as I can, and unfortunately you just can't get the scope that he's seen with his own eyes. And the area that this was caught over was in North Carolina, in a city called Selma, probably saying that wrong, but it's Selma, and you can see that this thing has got lights flashing all over it, and he says that this was one huge craft. Okay, I promised at the start of this video that you would get to see the first 2 minutes of our new documentary, Uncovering Disclosure. It's going to answer some of the questions that you've been asking. If there are aliens visiting us, what is it that they're doing here? Enjoy.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Oh, that looks beautiful from radio. It has a stark beauty all its own. It's like much of the high desert of the United States. It's different, but it's very pretty out here.
Since before we launched into space, we have been visited, but all we have heard from our world leaders is denial. By the end of this documentary, unlike any other. You will hear what is visiting us and why.
Columbia, this is Houston, AOS, over. Houston, Columbia, Gate, over. Roger, the EVA is progressing beautifully. They're setting up the flag now. I guess you're about the only person around that doesn't have TV coverage of the scene.
Recently, in a change of policy, mainstream media has been tirelessly reporting on UFOs. Unlike many other news stories, they have no conclusion, no investigation, but the reports keep flowing in.
UFOs have been the stuff of conspiracy theorists for decades, often mocked for talking about it, but maybe they shouldn't be mocked.
Welcome back. Well, it wasn't your typical Washington news conference. 7 former U.S. Air Force personnel there to talk about UFOs.
And that brings us to tonight's number, 500. According to MUFON, the largest privately funded UFO research organization in the world, there are 500 UFO sightings in the world every month. Every month.
And it's not just the mainstream media. Over the last couple of years, we have heard from world leaders regarding the infiltration of our world. And whilst talking about the subject, they have inadvertently slipped up to reveal some of the truth.
The aliens won't let it happen. You reveal all their secrets. They exercise strict control over us.
None of this was easy.
Thanks for watching our video all the way to the end here at Shed Show Talk. That's it. That was our first 2-minute preview of the new documentary for the 10th of January 2019. It's going to be explosive. Make sure that you're tuned in for that day with me and Beth. We're going to be here live in the Shed Show Talk studio watching your reaction to the documentary as you watch it live. Really excited about this. It's going to be huge. Thank you, everyone. Happy New Year. And we look forward to seeing what this year brings for the UFO community, disclosure, and all of the amazing sightings that I know that we're going to be having here on Shed Show Talk. Stay safe and keep your eyes to the sky.